What's up, everybody? We got some good deals for you today, but first, we gotta pay some bills. So stay tuned for a message from today's sponsor, Bluetti. This is one of the most efficient power stations I've ever reviewed. It's rated at 2,073 watt hours, and a whopping 98% of that is usable. It also punches way above its weight. It is rated at 2,600 watts out and easily outperformed that. It is Bluetti's new Elite 200 V2, and they sent this to me to check out. It packs those numbers into a smaller footprint than previous models, but don't let that fool you. This thing is still heavy at 53 pounds, which is standard for most 2,000 watt hour power stations. I use this on a brief camp outing to provide power to my fridge freezer combo, and I run a space heater, which I ended up not needing. One thing that sets the Elite 200 V2 apart from older LiPo 4 units is its advanced tech that doubles the lifespan from 3,000 cycles to 6,000 cycles for a ridiculous 17 years. The Elite 200 V2 has 4 AC outlets for all your 120 volt needs, 4 USB outlets, 2 of which being USB-C that are both 100 watts out, and 2 USB-A outputs, which are both 15 watts out. It comes with a comprehensive app that shows you time left on the battery, charge time, watts in and out, and it even has a grid self-adaptation mode, which allows the unit to charge even when the electrical grid is unstable. So if you're in a place where you have constant voltage spikes or drops or other instabilities, it'll still charge just fine. You can also change, if you were going into a different country, the frequency settings from 60 hertz to 50 hertz, which is also helpful for those that do serious traveling. And while the unit is excellent in terms of performance, there are a couple gripes that I have. First off, I'm not too fond of the number of outlets. While it's not terrible, because 4 AC outlets is plenty, and so is 4 USB outlets, there are other models from other brands that have 6 AC outlets and 6 USB outlets. And then one of my bigger gripes, which is still not a deal breaker, is the fact that the unit can be only updated via Bluetooth connection. While I do prefer Wi-Fi connections because you can update remotely, it's still a good idea to be next to your power station when you're doing updates. Now, Bluetooth connection aside, this does still have Wi-Fi support, so it can be controlled and monitored anywhere in the world remotely. Now, while I wasn't able to test out the solar input, it does take a max of 1,000 watts in via solar and can be turbocharged at 1,600 watts in via 120 volt AC power. Right now, Bluetti is having a crazy sale on the new Elite 200 V2. It is currently on sale for almost 50% off. Also, don't forget your Rakuten for additional cash back. And if you're new to Rakuten, you get a bonus $40 cash back when you use the link in the description to sign up. It won't cost you a thing other than losing out on extra cash if you decide not to use it for whatever reason. Overall, sweet deal on a powerful power station. Thank you, Bluetti, for sponsoring today's video. We have quite a few deals today, mostly BOGOs coming from Lowe's. So let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we have this Skil 1 9/16 inch compact circular saw. Obviously, you're not cutting any wood with this thing, but this is more so for like carpet, vinyl, leather, things of that nature. It has a 1/4 inch cutting capacity. Now, my thing with this tool is replacement blades. Where do you get them? Let us know in the comments if you've used this thing before and where you get blades from. But $39 is not bad. Now, before we move on to the next deal, I got to give credit where credit is due. I don't know how to say your name, dude. It's either Steven or Stefan. And he posted this deal in the Facebook group. It's a Troy-Bilt 18-inch gas chainsaw, 42cc, more than half off for $98. So excellent deal there. Thank you for posting that, Mr. Hodges. Moving on over to Lowe's. First off, before we get into it, I just want to remind you guys of Rakuten. If you use the link in the description to sign up for Rakuten, wow, 5%, you'll get a bonus $40 when you spend $40. It doesn't have to be in one transaction. It just needs to be $40 over the span of 30 days, and you need to make sure you activate your Rakuten as you do so. You'll get that in addition to 5% cash back. So if you bought this thing would be less. It'd be what, 20-something dollars. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we have this flex drill. This is a deal of the day. $69 there. And it's not a hammer drill, it's a regular compact drill here. Moving on, we also have this flex impact driver. Now, this is going to be a little interesting because we do have this $99 kit here with the impact driver, the charger, a battery, and a bag. Now, the difference between the two is that this is a compact one. It does have modes. This is their older one that does not have modes, and pretty much they're quite equivalent. They both produce 1,800 inch-pounds. It says foot-pounds. That'd be insane. They both have a max RPM of 3,400. The difference really lies in the impacts per minute. The older one, the $69 one, does 3,800 impacts per minute, whereas this one does 1,800, and this one is more efficient probably for that very reason. It says that it can drive 350 3-inch screws with the 2.5 amp hour battery, and this one says that it can drive 160 3-inch screws with the 2.5 amp hour battery. Now, with those being said, you remember this thing was a thing. So you get that same compact impact driver, a drill, 2 batteries, a charger, and a bag for $99. And this literally just sold out minutes ago. I woke up a few hours ago, had this up. It was live and in stock. I've been telling you guys to grab it if you needed it. A lot of you slept on it, but I would say just keep checking because it's supposed to end on the 5th, but nothing's stopping them from ending it earlier. But I think that they probably got rid of it because they want people to buy this kit right here for $99. So keep watching this throughout the day, and it might pop back up, but obviously this is a much better deal than this, and I would say that it's a much better deal than this as well for $69. Moving on over to Amazon. So we have some jump starters I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. I used to love the tack lives, but my tack lives have been failing me lately and starting my RV. So I got this AvaPower 6,000 amp car battery because Project Farm made a jump starter video about a month ago, and he talked about the AvaPower and this Gulu. They did really well, and the Noco did really well, but that was like $300 something. So I ended up getting this Gulu, and it started my RV just fine, but it wouldn't keep it running. So I got this AvaPower instead because it performed better than the Gulu did in the video. They're both $99. I know, ignore these prices, but once you sign in and you have Prime, this will be $149.99, and you can apply this $50 coupon and make this $99. And if you don't have Prime, use the link in the description to sign up for Prime. What are you doing? You get free photo storage, you get free Amazon Prime Video, and the fast shipping. You're crazy if you don't have it. And this also is $99. You sign in and just have Prime, and it'll be $99. So the difference between the two, this is 4,000 amps, this is 6,000 amps, so this performs better. The only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't have a screen like the Gulu, so you don't know the percentage of your battery. It does have a battery indicator with 4 bars, but that's what you're getting. But me personally, I have both. I'm returning the Gulu, and I'm keeping the AvaPower, so I wanted to show you guys that as well. Moving on over to Home Depot, we have this DeWALT Flex Vault 7¼ inch circular saw with a 6 amp hour battery and a charger for $249. Check the dust collection here, or lack thereof. This is going to be important. In a second, you'll see why. We also have this Flex for $199 with a free starter kit that comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery and a charger, $199 again, with the dust collection here, 7¼ inch. All good reviews. And then we have this Bosch over here at Lowe's for $199 that comes with a 6 amp hour battery and a charger. If you are lucky and you keep checking, you can get 2 6 amp hour batteries with no charger. That's obviously the way you want to go if you can. But this thing here has a dust port, and it also swivels. So depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can move the dust away from you. Now, they also have one for $289, okay? And I can't really immediately tell the differences. One has a slightly larger cut capacity, and I think it's the $199 one that has the larger cut capacity. It does 2 5/8 inch, where this one is just 2.5 inch. But really the key difference here is that one is a left-handed circular saw and one is a right-handed one. They're both Pro Factors, 7¼ and like I said, this one here has a deeper cut, but they both come with the same kits, and one is just significantly more expensive. So they had those as well. That dust collection is wonderful to have. Now with this, you might be able to get them to match Amazon. I don't know, because Amazon doesn't come with a free gift, so I highly doubt it, but you can try and shoot your shot. Moving on, angle grinders, lots of them on sale. So more Bosch stuff, $219 for this one. This one has X-Lock, so and it's a 6-inch paddle switch. X-Lock just allows you to put the grinding disc in there without any tools, so very convenient. Swap out there. This one is also a Pro Factor. That 6 inches is $249. Again, they all come with the 6 amp hour starter kit. This one does not have X-Lock. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. I would recommend going to $219, but hey, you do you and pick which one works best for you. Then we have another 6-inch one for $188. All right, also 6 amp hour starter kit. Again, no X-Lock, but you do you. Then coming over here to Acme Tools, we have this Flex 5-inch grinder, $179 with a 2.5 amp hour starter kit. So you have that there if you just want the Flex, and their lifetime warranty. Make sure you just register it before 30 days. Then going back to this deal, again, I'm going to beat you over the head with it because I don't want you to miss out. This XR oscillating tool from DeWALT, this whole kit is $99. Listen, this normally is $199. This is a little dinky 1.5 amp hour battery, the charger in the bag, but this oscillating tool itself is normally $169. This is not the atomic one. This is the biggest, baddest one that DeWALT makes, $99, insane deal there. And finally, we have a very weird one here over at Lowe's. This 6 amp hour stacked lithium battery for $179, and you get a free starter kit to power your battery over here, right? That is so hilarious. Anyway, you get this and you get a free starter kit, that 2.5 amp hour battery with a charger. And that is it for today's video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you got any value from it, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss any deals in the future, share this with your friends and family, and have a wonderful, happy holidays.